Hi, for today's video we have this Royal Ordnance Ammunition Division Blackburn Fuse Setter Logic Unit L1A1. Apparently it is a device to set electronic time delay fuse on artillery shells. It came in two parts, so the main electronic unit here and the actual adapter to put on the fuse or mortar shell head, where the fuse is located, to program the fuse. I am missing the cable between the both units. I did try to tinker something and connect pin to pin, but it did not give much result apart one LED turning on in here, but nothing else. And it makes weird things with this unit, so I believe I do not have correct pin out. So what do we have? This unit, main unit, you can see probably mounted into a battle tank or something like this, because we have very serious shock absorbers at the back. Very strong case, sadly some paint damage here. It came actually with green aluminium sheet glued here, but very badly made, and it was all damaged already, so I did remove it. It was easy to figure out the pinout to provide power supply to it, so we will do it now. First thing, so I believe it needs 15 volts. We have operation buttons here. So the main one is apparently battle and training selector here. You can hear where the power supply noise. Here dimming button. The display will actually cut off quite often. Apparently selectors here for the kind of fuse you have, and given you have only 7 set mounting sheets here, they did make where the pattern here, so it is PD for something, delay, neutral or normal, high, they did set something high, low, and ET, it was possible to do the characters. Here we have the actual time delay setting, and it will go in an error if you select a kind of fuse that is not compatible with this particular delay, it seems. And the most interesting thing is maybe the test feature here to test the display. You can see, and it is all about the function and what I can actually do with it while powering it on. Okay. So about the connectors on the side, we have head 1, head 2 and Bates C or GDU something. So regular military grade connector with golden pins, with caps. Obviously this one are not always used, so you have metal caps. This one are supposed to be always in use, at least one head on the power supply, so they did provide here only plastic caps. Okay, about this unit, you have 3 status LEDs, you can see, of the same color than the 3 indicators in here, green, orange, red. It is still from the Royal Ordnance. This logo means metric and inch hardware. I did put a little cover over the connector, and at this end I am not sure if there are moving parts or if it is only electrical contacts. We will find out. Actually we will start by taking this thing apart. So we have a cover here with 4 screws, 5.5mm head on the screws, but I believe, yes, they seem to be metric. This one, the thread, seems to be metric because I have seen weird stuff on British equipment where you have imperial thread with metric head and metric head with and imperial head with metric thread. Here we have just some kind of a pressure relief plug. It is not necessary to undo it, just a screw in fact. Okay, we have apparently in here wires going to the other part. Seems to be more or less potted at the back, but I see a gap between the potting and the aluminium body. So it could be possible to take it apart. And we have here quite nice electronics with one connector I need to undo. Regular 9-pin D connector. And already I see weird stuff. So on this part we have National Semiconductor gold ceramic chip. Here also on the second level just 2 more chips. On the pins of the main connector you can see one metal can IC or transistor here, regular plastic transistor here, and interestingly enough quite mainstream Philips capacitor here. Does not seem to be any kind of military grade this thing. Old school blue Philips electrolytic capacitor. Apart for this flex circuit link between the two boards, and here they did use a diode instead of a link. And super tiny resistors, at least, not something regular, these parts, these resistors. Interesting. So it must communicate with fuse of the shell in some way, probably electrical or induction. So we will take apart this bottom part, try to at least. Maybe it will not be that easy because I cannot use the tool I used previously. And the slot actually in this screws is super not deep enough, and the screwdriver will more or less slip out of the way quite easily. So before I open this thing, here the desiccant bag, all grayish, well, like sand almost. Brunel Indie Pack desiccant sachet. Interesting. 2 grams. Replace when indicator is pink. I do not know if it can be called pink. Okay, so what do we have in here? Hopefully it will come out. Yes, easier than expected. And not much o-ring here, the metal case. And this, it is completely potted. So I can see here 2 contact rings apparently, maybe 3. So are those things connected together or not? I have no idea. I'll check. Try to figure out how many contacts we have going to the shell. I do not see any index, so I believe they will all be of the same contact area, but I will try to check for you. No, apparently they are not connected together, so we have, it seems, 6 contacts and we have 9 wires in here, so maybe it makes 8 with this ring here. Maybe we have also a coil or something to communicate without contact with a mortar shell fuse. So I did not find any indication of which particular fuse it is for. So no luck here to find. I would love to find the matching time fuse, of course, but this thing is more or less military restricted, but inert ones you can find. Okay, interesting. So I will put this back together and we will open the main unit. So about this main unit, to open it, it is quite easy. Just undo the 6 Allen screws. It is not necessary to undo this shock absorber things which I had to work on because actually they were stuck and quite oxidized, but I did remove them, clean the threads and reinstall them with oil, so it is all good now. So what do we have in here? We can expect nice electronics. Super thick cover here, really serious stuff obviously. And soon I will receive more awesome things. Okay, this cover, wow, that is serious reinforcement in here. Look at this, super thick and nice strong reinforcement. Quite a piece of armor, this thing. So we have 2 more bags of desiccant. We have one first super nice printed circuit with eproms. I did actually dump the apron contents and it will be check the video description, there will be a link eventually to the dump of these eproms. So it seems we have a stack of PCBs here with one flat flex interconnect. So I need to undo this one at least to access the bottom ones. So let's do it. The same screws than previously. 5.5 millimeter. Here I can use a better tool at least to do them. So what would we find in here? Maybe more awesome ICs, because already it is not bad. We will have a detailed look at it later. But beautiful parts here. I see 2 crystals, RCA, a lot of RCA apparently. Intel, that code of 1980 here. 83 here, 83, so it must be around 83, 84 probably. So I hope it will not be too delicate to undo. Okay, we have a first circuit here, but everything is connected. Okay, I need to undo those connections here in the most delicate way possible, so I will be right back. Here we are, the main case here with still stuff inside, but first we will have a look at these 2 circuit boards. I believe it is not necessary to disconnect them. You can have a look directly like this. I will zoom as much as I can. So, part number here, modification, tracker here, first set of ICs, upside down for you. Maybe I can turn it around like this. Side B it is written. So nice, two nice RCA ICs. This one is most probably processor and mounted onto a socket. Big plastic diodes here. Nice capacitors, more RCA. The two eproms here. One total wet tantalum capacitor it seems. Okay, it is all for this board. But on the other side you can see we have quite a lot of stuff. More of regular Philips capacitors here, only enough. But they are secured by zip ties. 3 little transformers must be the power supply converter and probably what is doing the noise when it is powered on. Voltage regulator or something here. Yes, it is also glue the capacitors here with white group as you can see. More RCA stuff here also. Network resistors here apparently, and these things. I can see, yes, on the bottom side you have surface mount parts in black epoxy, so some kind of hybrid circuits. Interesting. A1D and A2C, so there are 2 different models apparently. And you can see everything comes, it seems, in a set of 3. At least here we have 3 of these clips. 3 of these clips here. 3 A2C and 3 A1D. Also 3 similar clips here. And 3 more clips here with 3 resistor networks. Interesting. Little trimmer here, some transistors here with heatsink, glass coated resistors here, and for some reason here this capacitor is attached with some piece of stuff and glued also. Okay, so it was the 2 circuit boards. Let me show them you one more time in their totality. Okay, but we are not done because we still have the stuff inside the box. So flat flex everywhere, interconnecting here just the LED display. So nothing else to see that the what we have seen in the front apparently. The wafer switches. And everything is connected with flat flex. Here as you can see the main power connector, why it was easy to figure out the polarity of it, obviously, red and black wires. And 2 more silicon this time, electrolytic capacitors probably for power supply purpose. Yes, because you can see the fat tracks here which go directly to the power on switch. Interesting. And everything connected with flat flex. So I will not take this apart any further because obviously flat flex are quite delicate. But at least I would love to see you with an overview of the LED display here, if it is possible. Without breaking anything. So these things you can find them on eBay, search for the fuse setter on British eBay. It is available at 40 British pounds, while they are lasting. A few more of them are still available, but another seller is selling just the head for 50 British pounds. Okay. Okay, another view. It was worth undoing the board here because we can see quite a nice surprise. First, everything is socketed with a LED display, which is nice. They are HP branded displays. Model number here and here for you. So quite a nice thing. We have more resistor network, regular mill grade resistors here, one red LED here for a dot decimal separator probably, and one more hybrid module here in blue. I was not expecting this, I was expecting some more resistor network. So it is really nice. And you can see the window is secured by a metal frame like this. Seems to be plastic, no glass. Okay, and of course the thickness of the case here, very impressive. Okay, so this is all for this device. Really nice, interesting find. I was curious about this because I did spot them on eBay for a long time already. And finally I did purchase them, but beware when you purchase now on British eBay, if you are in Europa, try to find the sellers who work with pit neighbors. I do not like a lot pit neighbors, but the import duties are prepaid. You pay shipping and you pay import duties, because here it was shipped with UPS and I had to pay 30 euros of extra import duties. Not expected, so it didn't cost me almost the double of the item price. Well, it did double the item price, sadly. It was 30 British pounds and I did pay 30 euros on top of it, plus the shipping. But it happens. Actually, it is the first time ever, I believe, I pay import duties on something. And this is luckily enough, the seller did put servo on the customs label, and it was not controlled by the customs anymore than the tax. Because, as you can guess, it is some kind of very special equipment. Sadly, I have no the matching fuse to test it, and missing the cable also to connect with the head unit. Very nice flat flex work here, by the way. Okay, I will put this back together. So, nice electronics in here. Quite interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.